What's up, YouTube trail fam? This is Calman, and welcome back to my channel, Everyday Backpacker, the channel where I document my journey through the backcountry and sometimes life. And I'm coming to you today from Quarantine Central, as I too have yet become one of the masses of people who have been stricken with COVID-19. I am currently dealing with it. Fortunately, I've had a very mild case, only a little bit of head cold type feeling and some slight loss of taste and smell, which ironically enough for me seems to have affected coffee the most. Yeah, it's a cruel world sometimes. I don't mean to make light of this though, because it is a very serious situation. Fortunately, I should be fine. But I am stuck here in my apartment in the meantime by myself for the next 10 days. I'm gonna have some time to kill. And so I figured I could do at least a couple of gear reviews. I'm obviously going to be spending some time reading some pretty bomb book selections, which will also help get through the time spent in isolation. And also planning some really awesome trips and waiting for some really exciting gear that I can't wait to show you that's going to be coming in soon. And I'll give you a little bit of a hint. It comes from this company here, Western Mountaineering. But again, I am doing fine, and I hope you guys are too. So I figured at this point, you're probably wondering where the waterproof socks part comes in. And I wanted to do a gear review of one of my favorite new pieces of gear for this year, which is the Sealskins all-weather waterproof socks. These things are certified magic. You're probably wondering, how am I going to be reviewing a piece of equipment that I've already supposedly used when it's still in its packaging? I'll get back to that in a minute. But first, I started using this on the first ill-fated trip to the Crazies this year, when we encountered quite a bit of snow. And they worked amazing. So what these are, in essence, is a merino wool sock that has a layer of waterproofing in the middle of it. It feels just like a regular sock. So some of the pros on this, again, are comfort. Again, it feels just like a regular sock. I wore it around camp with my Crocs on and was able to walk through puddles and stuff, no problem. They worked great, kept my feet warm and dry. Again, they have a merino wool lining on the inside as well. That pulls moisture away. So obviously your feet are still gonna sweat, and that moisture can build up, but it's still gonna pull that moisture away. They're pretty lightweight. They are a little bit heavier than an average pair of wool socks, but I don't really notice it too much. And when you're wearing non-waterproof trail runners under conditions that are consistently cold and wet, i.e. snow, it worked really well. I also had a really great opportunity to use these when we were up on the second attempt in the Crazies, when we got in all that really terrible weather and heavy snow, had to be turned around. And I think I would have been in a lot worse situation wearing the trail runners if I hadn't been wearing these socks. So I can't think of enough good things to say to these. Cons. There really isn't any con to it other than the fact that I screwed up. And that's actually the reason why these are still in their packaging, is because this is the second pair that I've owned. The first pair, unfortunately, I got a little bit too close to the fire, and apparently when you put a plastic layer in something, that plastic layer melts when you heat it up. You'd think, being a firefighter for 10 years, I would have known that. But it didn't dawn on me until after I started feeling the heat on my toes. Fortunately, I didn't get burned, but the liner was pretty much destroyed, and the socks were essentially useless after that. So do not warm or dry these by the fire. Cannot emphasize that enough. Otherwise, definitely go out and take a look at these socks. They come in warm weather, cold weather, and in this case, the all-weather. I chose the all-weather because up in the mountains, it can go either way, and so far, they have worked great. I hope you're getting some really cool opportunities to get some gear out and try it out. And most importantly, I can't emphasize this enough, as a former paramedic and now COVID patient, take care of each other out there. Be kind, wash your hands, wear your masks. Please take this seriously. Don't end up in the situation that I'm at. Until next time, keep safe out there. Keep your feet dry. Always know your location. Practice leave no trace, and keep hiking on.